Hello everybody, it is Action Figure Hub Nate, sitting with you, chilling with you, reviewing the early Hasbro era of the Nemesis Build-A-Figure. This is just going to be a disclaimer right off the bat. My Nemesis is broken. The buyer, or seller, I'm the buyer, the seller did not say that this hinge was snapped, so just for review purposes, I've glued that on. I do intend on getting a new piece, so for this review I will not be able to open the hinge. It will move itself, but I will not be able to open it fully. Nemesis. That's probably not what most of you know him by. You probably know him by Holocaust, which is what he's called in the comics, but Hasbro can't really put Holocaust on a package and be like, here, come buy the Holocaust. So, makes sense as to why they would go with Nemesis. I think the character design is pretty cute. Got all these red dots everywhere. This was definitely a Build-A-Figure I did not think I would get. I mean, honestly, watching all these reviews as a kid, I really didn't think I would get any of the Build-A-Figures, but I mean, now I have a complete and utter shitload of them, so I mean, that's cool. That's his little face sculpt in there. You see his little... Here, I'll do this. His skeleton that looks like a hot Cheeto. Well, that's sketchy because that glue, not very good glue. Articulation, surprisingly good. It actually surprised me. Like, it genuinely surprised me. Ooh, it's sketchy. Alright. The arm can move up there. It can move more because it goes all the way up, but I really do not want to bust this as of right now. It can go about that high up, I'd say. All the way down, there's a bicep swivel. Very rough bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow that gets all the way up to the 90. Other arm, exact same deal. Up a lot. Bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow. This time, this one has a fist. Rotates and hinges. The whole ab section, you can, rotate. Pivot that way. Pivot that way. Forward. Back. Very good amount. Legs. Wide jointed hips, but these are like manageable wide jointed hips. Like the wide jointed hips that are like really hard to maneuver are the ones I hate. This, I can like get it forward. Not really, you can't really go back with this figure, but I mean, man, it's whatever. There's, with wide jointed hips, you have to have upper leg swivel, as you saw. Boom, swivel right there. Upper leg swivel, pretty cool. And then, yeah, a single jointed knee that bends in that far. And then, foot, little joint there. And then, ankle. This Nemesis figure, I knew I'd like Nemesis because I like Holocaust in the comics. But this actually surprised me with how much I did enjoy this figure. This figure is very enjoyable. And I feel like that might be a general consensus, that a lot of people are like, oh, that's kind of an ugly figure. But then you get him in like your hand and you're like, oh, this is kind of fun. This guy's neat. Even though he's broken, I still enjoy him. He's still fun to mess around with. He was made in the early stages of Hasbro, so I mean, he was pleasant. He was a pretty good surprise for the early days of Hasbro, being himself a pretty decent action figure. An actual pretty decent action figure. Like, when I say decent action figure of the time of this, when he would have been new, is poor. He would be an outstanding figure for the time he was made, because Marvel Legends at this point in time were not very nice, not very pretty. Not much articulation, weird proportions, looking just pretty much bad. But I mean, this guy could hold up with some of the figures from today. I mean, he's just very nice. I really do enjoy this figure. That's not me kissing ass. I enjoy this figure. I believe it's a very fun figure to have, very fun to mess around with. The joints, they just feel so nice to move. They just like pop in there. He's a wide figure. He's very wide. He's not, I wouldn't say he's big, but he's big, if you know what I'm saying. Like, let me explain that more, because it sounded weird. He's not a big figure, but he's like very skinny, and he looks buff, which is very cool. It's a very nice character design. I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about him. I mean, backside just carries on with the same detail. Yeah, I guess that's all I really have for you. You know what? You listening, if anyone is listening, if anyone ever clicks on this video, have a goddamn amazing day. I hope you have the best day ever today. This is Action Figure Hub signing off.